for today's video, I decided to make it a bit of a special one since this is the 100th upload on the channel. Woo! And I am so grateful to have you here with me, and I also take it as a bit of a personal achievement since I was able to stay consistent for so many months. It was definitely not easy, but really enjoyable, and as I said, I'm so grateful. I thought it would be fun for the 100th upload to make it a bit of a Q&A, and you guys came through with some questions, and yeah, I will be answering them today. So if this video seems like a bit all over the place, I'm sorry, but I am speaking off the cuff here, so I have nothing prepared. I apologize if I seem a bit all over the place. So let's see the first question. So Simple CTV asked, what are some of your favorite games on PS5? Also, what inspired you to create your channel? I'm gonna tie this question up with something that It's Mo also asked, which is what inspired you to do YouTube and become a content creator, and any games on the horizon or that have come out this year that caught your eye. So for PS5, I have to mention Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I played it last year and it took me about 2 months to finish. And when I say finish, I mean finish everything, because I get a bit obsessed with games I like, and I like to go the full way and get the platinum trophy and so on. I also have one more game that recently came out on the PS5 that I really loved, but I will not be mentioning it right now because I want to do a video on it and it's gonna be a bit of a spoiler. Stay tuned for that. Regarding what made me start my YouTube channel, this was a bit circumstantial for sure. I will tell you why, but I also had a previous attempt to have a gaming channel, but this was many years ago, and unfortunately, because of my full-time job then, I was not able to stay consistent and I didn't feel that I was improving at all. So this year was a bit different because I used to have a full-time job working in an office, and the position that I held was actually terminated, resulting in me actually getting fired from the office job. And it got me thinking, what do I like doing? I've also been very fortunate to have like a really supportive partner who pushed me and encouraged me to do what I want, and that was to create a YouTube channel. But I took this really seriously and really focused on it, and it's almost been a year, and it is hard, and it is hard to navigate just life with no income actually, but I am striving to actually succeed. This is my personal goal, and I know it might not happen, but I will continue on doing it as long as I can and as long as I have the support of my family and you guys. So yeah, that's the story. That's how I started, just because it's something I've always wanted to do and I never got the chance to because of life. Yeah, this was a very brave year for me. It's been really amazing, and I cannot wait to see where I can take this. Yeah, so that's about it. That's why I'm here. On to the next question. So Gaming with Dieselman asked, what's your favorite game so far? I don't know if you mean games that I've featured on the channel or games in general, so that's why I will answer both. So in general, some of my favorite games are Final Fantasy games. Shocker, right? Another game that I really love is the Hitman World of Assassination trilogy, because it's such a fun game to play because it's a sandbox, right? And it lets me do whatever I want, so I always come up with stuff that I want to do in the game, and not a week goes by that I don't actually play Hitman. So that is definitely one of my favorites. I also really love a game called A Plague Tale, and that one has 2 parts as well, and I've loved both equally. Generally, when I'm by myself and just playing games for me and not for the channel, I do enjoy games that are story rich with big worlds that I can get lost into. Regarding a favorite game that I've played on the channel, I am not going to include Hitman and Sims here because those are games that I generally love and play all the time. It might be between the Eat the Rich Black Friday simulator that I recently played and loved it so much. It was so much fun. I also loved Mr. Mosquito a lot, but it did drive me crazy. But that's the fun of games, isn't it? It's really hard to choose because I do love everything that I feature on the channel. But as I said, yeah, the Eat the Rich, the Black Friday Simulator, Mr. Mosquito, and probably Conspiracies, the Greek video game with Nick Delios. That was a really crazy experience. Okay, next question. We have a question from Valiant Vincent. It's regarding favorite pizza toppings. That's a great question. You will be shocked to know that I am an extremely boring person, and my favorite pizza toppings are usually vegetables. I don't really like meat on pizza. I think my favorite topping is corn. Next, we have a question from Brooklyn Rain Gaming. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers? This is a tough question because I do watch a lot of YouTube. I don't have cable at home, so I usually watch just, streaming services and a lot of YouTube. So one of the channels that I do enjoy watching is Charlie, Moist Critical. I also love watching Kenny JD. She does a lot of movie analysis and TV shows. I don't know, I enjoy her personality a lot, so yeah. Oh, also Elvis the Alien. He does movie reviews. Love his stuff as well. Watch it all the time. Some gaming channels that I enjoy watching is Daz Games and also Maximilian Dude. I enjoy his stuff as well. Some gaming channels that I've recently started watching and I discovered them because of my channel are Bubble Bandit. His sense of humor is really great, and he also has a very calming voice. So I really enjoy watching his videos. Also Brooklyn Rain, hello. Top notch funny personality, which I really love. Another channel that I really enjoy is Games with Galatea. Also an amazing voice, a really calming voice, and the greatest personality out there. I don't know, I have so many channels that I enjoy watching on a regular basis. Okay, next. We have a question from Fishers89. What is your favorite thing to watch? So I do enjoy watching movies. I'm not very much of a series person. Some of the series that I've watched and really enjoyed are classics like Game of Thrones and Stranger Things and The Last of Us. I really love that one. But something that I watch obsessively is RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm a huge fan. I've seen every single episode and some of the international franchises as well. I think that is my favorite thing to watch, actually. Next question. We have PJ Venom with 2 questions. What are your 3 favorite game series of all time and why? And also, in a similar vein, what would be your 3 favorite music bands or artists and why? It may come as a shock, but one of my favorite series of all time is Final Fantasy. And my reason for liking Final Fantasy so much is the stories. I like to get lost in those worlds and spend hundreds of hours just finding stuff out and figuring out the mechanics and so on. Hitman, of course, I love it because it lets me get creative. It's not such a strict path to getting the job done, and I do enjoy that a lot. Another series that I also like is A Plague Tale, as I mentioned, but also Horizon. I liked the first game better than the second. I didn't like the second as much as the first because of the story. I thought it was a bit convoluted, but the first one was amazing. I'm really obsessed with it. I love it so much. I think I mentioned more than 3, but it's okay. Next, music. I am a big fan of music. I do enjoy listening to music all the time. I'm listening to music right now, actually. Some of my favorite artists are a band called The Gazette, a Visual Kei Japanese band. I love their music so much, and I've loved them for years and years. That's definitely probably my number 1. Second place would probably be a band called Him. They are a Finnish band, or were actually. They broke up a couple of years ago. I mean, a couple. I think it's been quite some time now, but who has a concept of time? Another band that I really love is a band called Dead Can Dance. They're an Australian music project. They have the most ethereal sound ever. It's a bit otherworldly. I also need to mention here a Romanian band called Clouds. They make doom metal, and yeah, I think that is one of my all-time favorite genres. I mentioned more than 3 again, but I do enjoy talking about bands I like. Next, we have a question from Captain Neko. Favorite console, and what was your first video game you ever played? Favorite console is definitely PlayStation. I'm a PlayStation girly and always have been. And the first video game I've ever played, it was either Mario or one that was, what was it called? Oh my god. I think it was called Duck Hunt. You're basically just shooting ducks. I will add it in the video if I find it. So I have a big brother and he still is a gamer and always was a gamer, but sometimes my parents would not let me play the games that he was playing because he's way older than I am. So I would usually just sit and watch. I've sat through countless Resident Evils. I still remember how scared I was when he was playing Silent Hill for the first time, for example. But the ones that I was allowed to play were usually, you know, safe for kids ones. That was until later when I was able to, you know, just be sneaky and play video games that I shouldn't have been playing. Next question from Luna Diamonds. What was the first game you ever played that made you say, I love video games? So the first video game that made me actually fall in love with video games was Final Fantasy VIII. I became so obsessed with it that I actually started writing fan fiction. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. But yeah, definitely Final Fantasy VIII, and it's still one of my all-time favorite video games. Next, we have a question from Diane X Marie X. Do you have a favorite horror franchise? One of my favorite horror movies is Crimson Peak. I don't know if it's considered a horror movie by many, but it is a gothic romance. So yeah, it's one of my all-time favorite movies. I enjoy it so much. Next question comes from Not Ripso's father. What do you think is the weirdest game you covered so far? Also, thank you so much for showing my videos to your wife. That's really cute. It makes me so happy to know that you can both sit and watch and enjoy the videos. The weirdest one I've played, I think, must be Genital Jousting. If you haven't watched that video, the main character is John, and he goes through this epic saga of self-discovery. It made me feel stuff that I didn't think I would when I started playing the game. So yeah, I think that's the weirdest one, but also a very enjoyable one. Next, we have a question from the Dark Slayer YouTube. What's your favorite song that you liked listening to 24/7? Oh, this is a tough one because I have so many songs that I love listening to all the time. I will mention a couple here, and if you guys don't know about them, maybe check them out. Who knows, maybe you'll like them. One of the songs that I enjoy listening to all the time is called Crying Rain by a Japanese band called Girugamesh. Recently, I've also loved listening to a song called Last Woman on Earth by Paris Paloma. She's a great artist. You should definitely check her out. I also love a song called Death Come Near Me by Draconian. It is a 16-minute long song, but I love it so much. It's so epic. I love it. I also love Patterns in the Ivy 2 by Opeth a lot. I have a lot of favorite songs. I think I will leave my Last.fm link in the description so you guys can check out some of the music I listen to. Next, we have a question from the Bubble Bandit. What mic and audio settings do you use for your videos? So this is the only microphone that I use, and it's one from GXT, but I will look it up because I really don't remember what this microphone is called. Okay, so I found it. So this is the Trust GXT 252 Emita Plus. I hope I'm right. I'm sorry if I'm not. So for audio settings, I have none of those. I just plug it in and go for it. But I usually tweak the audio in the editing. So if I sense that it's a bit low or a bit too high, I tweak it there. So yeah, no settings whatsoever. I just mess around with the volume and use a really inexpensive microphone because I don't have money to buy a better one. So those were the questions that you guys sent me. Hope I didn't babble too much. I will try to cut most of it out, but I do have a feeling that I did. If you wanted to ask me something but didn't get a chance to before me recording this, please feel free to leave your questions in the comment section below and I will answer them there. Also, thank you so much for being here and for celebrating together with me the 100th upload. It's crazy to think about. But yeah, here's to 100 more. See you all next week for our regular schedule. And thank you once again. Bye.